No Fred Meyer stores in Oregon are slated to be sold off as Kroger and Albertsons seek to cement a $24.6 billion merger, a spokesperson for the regional chain said. Kroger and Albertsons unveiled their plans last week to sell more than 400 stores, including at least 49 stores in Oregon, to C&S Wholesale Grocers as part of their efforts to win regulatory approval for their planned merger. The sale agreement is intended to appease federal antitrust regulators who are scrutinizing how the merger would curb customer choices and reduce competition in the grocery industry. New Hampshire-based C&S Wholesale Grocers has agreed to pay $1.9 billion to acquire 413 stores, including some from Kroger's QFC chains and Albertsons Safeway, spread out across 17 states and Washington, D.C., from Kroger and Albertsons. The deal includes the sale of the QFC, Cars and Mariano's banners to C&S, as well as a licensing arrangement that would allow C&S to use the Albertsons brand name in Arizona, California, Colorado and Wyoming, according to announcements from the companies. All fuel centers and pharmacies associated with the divested stores will remain open. Fred Meyer's retail network will remain intact, said Tiffany Sanders, corporate affairs manager for the Kroger subsidiary. In a statement, Sanders said that the divestiture plan includes the sale of the QFC banner name and some QFC stores but does not include the sale of any Fred Meyer stores at this time. The agreement also includes selling 8 distribution centers and 2 corporate offices to C&S Wholesale Grocers. Sanders did not immediately respond to questions about whether Fred Meyer's distribution centers or corporate offices in Oregon will remain intact. Because we are still in the regulatory process, we are not able to share the specific locations included in the agreement, Sanders said in a statement. Last week, Kroger also declined to specify which stores in Oregon would be sold off to C&S. The company also declined to say whether the Fred Meyer corporate office in Portland would be among the 2 slated to be sold. Kroger and Albertsons each operate more than 2,000 stores across the U.S. The divestiture plan also includes 104 stores in Washington state and 13 from the Albertsons portfolio in Idaho. The sale agreement allows Kroger to require C&S to purchase up to 237 additional stores as part of the effort by Kroger and Albertsons to satisfy regulators reviewing their proposed merger. It was not clear whether Fred Meyer locations could be sold if regulators require the combined chain to part with more stores. Sanders said in a statement that C&S has agreed to honor all collective bargaining agreements, securing the future of good-paying union jobs and protecting associates' industry-leading healthcare and pension benefits as well as bargain for wages. Founded in 1918, C&S is a wholesale supplier to more than 7,500 independent supermarkets, retail chain stores and military bases. It runs Grand Union grocery stores and Piggly Wiggly franchise and corporate-owned stores in the Midwest, the Carolinas, New York and Vermont. It also operates a wholesale warehouse in Troutdale. The sell-off is part of Kroger's efforts to mollify antitrust regulators at the Federal Trade Commission who are evaluating the proposed merger. Kroger, the nation's largest supermarket chain, which bought Fred Meyer in 1998, announced plans in October to buy its next largest competitor, Albertsons Co. Inc., for $24.6 billion. The companies hope to finalize the sale early next year.